Okay. I'm just waiting for the last few people to come. I hope that was a useful session. Now what, oh, there's still some people coming back.
Should be legal.
Sorry.
Okay. Now then, when we looked around the games on the first night, we looked at a game that looked very, very like this, and it was Helena's Excuses game. And I did say then we were going to have a go at making a game based on Helena's game. And this is it. So it's got all the same components as Helena's had. And this one is full perm. So this is mine and anybody can have it and take it anywhere. It's not a problem at all. Now if you look at the game, there's a board at the back with a texture on it. And the textures in the box. There's 5 boards on the floor with textures on. Strongly agree, agree, neutral, disagree, strongly disagree. Those textures are in the box. There are 2 spheres. The pink sphere, have a good look at the shape of it, look all round, and the yellow sphere. In the pink one there's useful phrases, which is a note card in the box. And the yellow one, it's instructions. And the thing is, you need a note card giver script in each of those spheres to give the people the note card that you've got ready. And then at the top, and this is slightly more difficult and you might not complete it tonight, but that's not a problem. At the top there are 10 tubes. Now you all made spheres, you've all made boards, cubes. This is just the cylinders. The cylinders,
Students should be required to wear uniforms.
And they're 2 meters tall, and I think it's half a meter round. And in each one you've got the script to play a sound and a sound. So you've got statements that you can read, statements that you can listen to. You can speak to give your answers after you've chosen where you stand on this line about strongly agree, agree, etc. Or you could actually type your answers. So you could conceivably do speaking, listening, reading and writing with this game. Okay, now then, if you want to find out anything about the game at all, just right click on it and look at the properties, look inside it, look at any of the bits. If you need help with any of it, do ask. But I'm hoping that after the session the other night and all the things that you've done and tried so far, you can probably compile this game yourselves right from scratch. So all the resources you need are in the box. Take the resources, find yourself a little place to work, and first of all make your big board at the top and see if you can get your spheres in with your note card givers and your scripts. After that, work outwards. You can go down to the boards at the front or to the tubes at the top. Okay, if you need help, shout. There's lots of us here that can help you. Okay, so if you don't have it already, here's the box. This box has got all the scripts, the resources, the note cards, the textures in it. This one in front of me now. Is that Nick, if you want to take the maze one, if this is too easy, take the maze one that's over in the far corner. Where is Nick still here? He was here.
Yes, I'm still here.
Yeah, okay, right over in the far corner. Sorry, I don't see. Oh, I do see you now. In the far corner, there's 2 boxes for the maze. There's a proper maze that answers questions. You have to answer the questions to get through each door.
Yeah.
And then there's a little 1 box, 1 door maze just for you to try out how you do it. If you want to take those just outside or into the corner somewhere and have a play with that, please feel free.
Sure. No problem.
Okay, so, we've got somebody building already. Okay, let me know if you need any help, anybody. We were actually going to do, I thought we were going to do half an hour on the Skybox, half an hour here and half an hour with Helena, but we'll try and, the last 10 minutes, we'll try and go to Helena's Skybox.
I did want to come back and, I wanted to come back and have a discussion, that's what, but you launched right into the lesson.
Oh, you haven't had your discussion yet?
No, I wanted to come back here, but that's okay.
Okay, we'll have 20 minutes then perhaps to start building the game and then go into the discussion. I'm sorry, I thought you'd had the discussion up there.
No. I wanted to come back here and do it, but that's okay. They've got their juices flowing, I'm sure.
Hazel's saying we go on for 1.5 hours, but an hour of that's gone, Hazel. We've only got half an hour, haven't we? Oh no, we've got an hour to do, the building, the discussion, and go to Helena's. Right. We'll do it. We'll get it all in.
Even if it breaks the law.
I'll put some chairs out in the round the fire. We can go and have the discussion there in a minute.
Animal testing should
that's what I was
be legal.
thinking.
Yeah, you can do. Oh, hi. We see we've got 2 or 3 boards getting the texture on. Brilliant.
Animal testing should be legal. Animal testing should be legal.
Where is it?
Let's see, we've got 2 boards with the textures on. Yay.
Animal testing should be legal.
If you need help, anybody, just shout. There's lots of us here that can help.
What was that? Oh, that's my board.
Yeah.
Better fit.
I think that's the finished one.
Uh-oh. Did I put that out? Is this mine?
Don't know. It's not mine. Mine's over here.
That's mine. Okay. Never know what you're going to get.
So in the 2 spheres in the middle, or the 2 whatever shape you put in the middle, the pink and the yellow one, you need a note card giver in each one. And then you need 2 note cards in there, one with the phrases and one with the instructions. Oh, yay, look. Somebody's
So Carol,
really
if I pulled out a finished one, is that it? So I'll have no challenge?
The one that's in bits is in the box in front of me.
Okay.
To build it from scratch. Fab's doing fantastic shaped baseboards for the agree and disagree and everything. I think they're... Yeah, are the cylinders? Oh, they're round when you get close. They're sort of hexagon or octagon from here. Now, don't worry, it's probably a lot of lag. Again, we had lots of lag the other night. Poor Annie built a whole magnetic poetry board, and because she can do a lot of this sort of stuff, and she thought there was something wrong, and we kept going over and over and over it, and then in the end we found it was working perfectly. It was just lag. Okay, yes I can. Let's have a little look-see. Edit. Oh, because you've put give all contents instead of give note card giver. Isn't there a note card giver in the box? Edit.
Animal testing should be legal.
Give all contents, giving opinions, instructions, useful phrases for giving your opinions. No, I don't think there is a note card giver in there. Right, let me give everybody a note card giver script. Missed one out. No, oh, it might be in the, oh, it's in the week 2 scripts. I'll share it with everybody that's here. In the week 2 scripts, there's one that calls itself a note card giver, but it's not in this box. But I'm just going to give it all to you now. So that's to go in the spheres with the instructions and the useful phrases. Yeah, it's given me a note card now. Perfect, it's given me the instructions. And yes, that's given me useful phrases. Brilliant. You okay, Vals? The big board. Each of the sounds, Duncan, goes in one of the tubes at the top. Can you see at the top there are 10 tubes? 10 translucent, you can sort of see through them, spheres, not spheres, cylinders. And they have all got sounds in. And a script to play the sound in. So Vowels, the big board is called tenses. Not tenses, giving your opinion. Hang on, let me look at what it's actually called in the folder. Now hang on, I've got to touch the box and get it, and then I can tell you what it's called.
Animal testing should be legal.
Sorry, Carol, but to create here the yellow
sphere
circle, yes, I had to create a yellow sphere and a pink sphere.
Yeah. So and right click on the floor and choose build, and then choose the sphere shape. It's on the second row down on the right, and then just click on the floor.
And then I put it on the board.
Yes, yes you do.
Okay, and I have to put the script.
The note card giver script into it, and the instructions into it.
Because here, okay, so I have to put in the yellow. Okay, the note card and another in the useful phrases, and then the script,
And
right?
then the note card give a script. Yes, absolutely right. Perfect.
And then for the cylinders, you have to create cylinders and put inside.
Put a sound and a sound player. Yes.
Okay.
A sound script.
Okay, thank you. And what about here? I agree, disagree, neutral. Do I have to put something here too?
Sorry, say again.
Here, neutral, agree, disagree, strongly agree. Do I have just to create, or I have to
boards. Yes, 5 little boards and put the texture on them.
just the texture,
Yes.
no script?
No script.
Okay.
Now, where do you get the components that are torn down already?
Animal testing.
In this box right in front of me now, the game's
Yeah.
resources.
Yeah, I got it, but that's so funny. I don't seem to have.
What
I just
happened
have
to your-
one.
Animal testing.
I have one object which is giving your opinion board, and when I pull it out, it's finished.
Now this box in front of me here, giving game resources, this box, giving your opinion game resources.
See what came out? Is that
No,
right?
no, that's the finished
Yeah.
game.
I know. Must not be taking the right
Students
thing.
should
I don't have any other
wear
objects.
uniforms at school.
This right in front of me, and when you
Yeah.
touch it in your recent items, it's giving opinions game making set, a folder. Have you touched the box in front of me?
Yeah. Okay, I
So
got all
giving
that.
opinions game making set.
Okay.
And in that you'll see all the textures you need, and the note card giver script isn't there. That's the one I just shared with everybody separately. I will put it in now.
So do I make my own board? Is that what I do?
Yeah.
Okay, I see. Alrighty. I'll figure
So
it out. You're going to
everybody's-
give me a note card, huh?
Sorry, I'm not going
I'll
to give
figure
you
it out.
anything.
Oh, I thought there were some instructions. This is great. I like it.
What's that making the game? Well, it's learning everything that we've done. It's putting everything we've learned so far into practice. Fab, I've just realised what you're doing. Fab, all those discs on the front you don't need because you've got a whole texture. It's just a texture. Okay.
Students should be required to wear uniforms at school.
Okay, leave all the boards, leave all those little ones there. Just move your big one over a bit. The touch script is no copy. The touch script edit, hang on. Texture, no content. Touch script.
Let's see.
Gosh, yeah, we're just making the game. Here's the game behind me. And everybody's just having a go now at making the game, compiling all the stuff that's in the box to actually make the game. So it's putting a big board with the main texture on. It's doing little boards at the base with the agree, disagree, strongly disagree and neutral on. And then it's putting 2 spheres to give the note cards out. Come and have a really good look at the one that's here.
So I have the object, and right now in my inventory in recent I have giving opinions game making set, and what should I do with that?
That's what you need. That's all the components that you need. If you come and look at the game that's here behind me, then this is what everybody's making. I'm not giving instructions. I'm hoping that as much as possible people can just look at this and make the game. Because we've done the putting the scripts in, we've done all the bits towards this. The touch script. General. Touch sound properties. Modify and transfer. Anyone can copy it. I can't see anything wrong with it, but I will give you another copy. There doesn't seem to be anything wrong with mine at all. So touch sound. Touch sound. Touch sound. Touch sound. Okay, I found it in my inventory. Alright, if anybody's having a problem with the touch sound, I'll share another copy with you. It looks perfect to me. Everything says it's perfect. But somebody seems to have a problem with it, so I'm sending another script around. Touch sound. Select. It certainly looks like full perms, but I'm sending it full perms again. Okay, so there's the big board with the main picture on, the giving your opinion picture on. There's two spheres. One has got a note card giver script and the instructions note card in it. The other one's got a note card giver script and the useful phrases in it.
Animal testing.
There are 5 boards on the
illegal.
floor which are called agree, strongly agree, neutral, disagree and strongly disagree. So those are all very straightforward boards just with textures on. And then at the top there are 10 cylinders, and each of those has got a sound file in, another set of statements, and each has got a touch play music script in it, a touch play sound script. So we're all trying to put the whole game together ourselves.
On the beach and drink all day.
And some of them are coming on brilliantly, I think. There's one tip I'd share with everybody now, just watching what people are doing. So I'm going to make one cylinder on the floor, one of those tubes from the top. So I'm going to choose a cylinder shape, build on the floor. I'm going to make it 2 meters tall, which is exactly how it is. So the bottom of the size makes it 2 meters. Now then, I've made one. I want 10. I could make that one. I could edit it and go to the texture, the object tab, texture tab, get it right, texture tab, and make it almost see-through and give it a pretty color, just like the ones on my board have. Okay. So I've made one. Now if I click on that one, right click and edit, I've got my 4 arrows, as you know. Everybody's seen the arrows, well 3 arrows, the red, green and blue arrows. Now if I keep that up and I hold shift, I can just pull out on the red arrow and make another one and another one and another one, all exactly the same. So I can make my 10 in one batch. And I just click on each one then and just change the color. Where I had got red, I can just change the colors of each one very quickly. Oops, that's yellow again. I've just done yellow. Right, so that's a tip that might be worth experimenting with. It's a new thing you haven't done before. So you right click on your cylinder, right click, and then hold down shift and just pull out on the arrows to make some more. And then I can put a sound script in each one, the sound in each one. And then if I wanted to, I could link all of these. Once I've put a sound in each one and I've put the script in each one, I can right click on the first one and choose edit, hold shift, touch the next and 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 the next. I've got all of them now highlighted. And then in the editing tools, right at the top I've got the word link. So now all of my 10 spheres, oops, I missed one, look, I missed a yellow one, will all move as one. So then I can move them up and put them in my board just as one whole unit. I don't have to do them one at a time. So that's a new bit of building that you haven't done before. So pulling out copies of one of your originals just by holding shift, and then hold shift to highlight them all and link them all together. New little bit of building.
Sorry, Carol, but the name of the script which I have to put in the yellow and pink sphere is give all contents, delete me?
No, it's note card giver. Note card giver.
Is it here? Because I don't find it.
I sent it round to everybody, but I'll find it again and give it to you, no problem. Note card giver. Let me... Note card giver. Okay, I'm giving it to you now.
Thank you. Thank you.
That's okay. So is anybody attempting to make the tubes now?
I am.
You are, very good. If you only want to make one, that's fine. You don't have to make them all. You can do them anytime. It's just almost done making tubes. Brilliant. Oh yes, all the same colour as well. Oh no, that's Eva's all the same colour.
They be different?
No, of course not. It's your game. You can do anything you like. Venus and Eva, I should make your boards a little bit bigger. So I'm embedding the sound files into the board so the students can click the ovals to hear them. Okay, that's fine. So we've got some ovals. Let me see where you are. Can't see it. I can't see it. Aha, very good. We've got some brilliant ones coming on now. Pull out to the right, vowels. I think it's the red arrow. Just hold shift and pull right. Pull right, pull right. So you'll have 4 or 5 together. If you don't want to do 10, that's fine. You don't have to do 10. Just do 2 or 3. It's just that we're going to try and use all the skills we've learned to compile this game. But we have actually got people that seem to have all 10. Wow. I think we've got lots, we want to have a big brainstorm shortly about the stuff that you saw up on Winshaw's, and then actually to go to Helena's and have a look at some more stuff, because using thinking about all these different games and looking at how they're compiled and how they're made is going to help you when you plan your own first really big game, other than just a board game. So we do want to have some brainstorms, but to have experience of all the steps is a big thing on the way.
Young people should have to do some form of military or
Are we to make the
service
cushions or the
by
cushions
law.
pre-made?
The cushions? What, to have a brainstorm? I'll go and put some cushions
Animal
out. I'll put some
testing
cushions out while
should
everybody's
be legal.
building. But there's a lot of chairs already. This might even be enough.
Now, what am I supposed to do? I've got my board up, I've got my rods up. Now what do I do? And my balls up?
Okay. You haven't done your 6 platforms to stand on, saying agree, strongly agree, neutral.
Now, do I have to make those?
You've got the textures, but you have to make the boards to stand
Okay.
on, yes.
Doot. Oops.
I'm just going to put some more cushions out here for the brainstorm.
While there's a bit of quiet, can I just ask if everybody's got payment information online? Because next session we're going to be talking about uploading mesh, and to do that you must have payment information online at least, and then there's a copyright quiz that has to be completed before anybody can upload mesh. So has anybody not got payment information online?
Animal testing should be legal.
Ah. You don't have to put any money in. It's just giving your PayPal or whatever it is you pay online with. It's going to stump us if we don't. Bitcoins, yes. Bitcoins, I don't know how much you get with a Bitcoin. If you've got premium membership, that's fine. Yes. Excellent. Okay, that's all I have to say till next session.
Oh, here.
Yeah, I'm over the corner.
Okay, let's have a look-see. I don't see your texture on the board at all. Have you got your giving your opinions texture?
Well, I can see giving your opinion, but it's all yellow. Maybe you can't see it, I don't know. But it's yellow and brown. It's not colourful like the other ones. I dragged it over. I mean, is my board too thin? I don't know what I did.
Your board's not too thin, it's perfect. I see the texture in the game, but not on the board, definitely. I just see the board as brown wood.
Ah, right, I can see the words on it, but it's only halfway up, and right, so I have to kind of start again. Can I just drag it on again, or do I take that one off that I've got?
I can't see one on, I can't help you. But the thing is, I can see your board is halfway in the ground. Right, now I fetched your board out of the ground.
Okay, right, that's...
So your board is...
There's circles on it, as far as I can see now. But,
right, so I think your board is far, far, far too big. You need to shrink your board down to the proper size. I think the only problem then, I still can't see it, but it's probably lag for me. But the problem was that half of it was in the ground, which is why you could only see half of it.
I see. Well, I kept stretching it up to see if it was going to help So that's what happened.
Making it bigger.
I know, yeah.
It actually looks like it's got wood texture and the pretty colours on it. It looks like it's got two textures on it.
Right, might be true.
The texture's in it, you see. The texture's in it. So I'd right-click on it, and in the contents, take the texture out for a start.
Right, well, I'll try and bring it.
I
Now,
can
if I
hear
want to bring it.
somebody.
Hear you. I hear. I hear ya.
No, that's going the wrong thing, isn't it?
Don't know how to do it.
Now,
No.
okay, Carol, I've got my assets up here, but now I need to know, where do my sounds go?
A sound goes in each of those cylinders at the top.
Okay.
Can you hear me?
Yes, whoever that is, we do hear you, but who is it?
I think
It's Giovanni, isn't it?
I was on the helicopter island. And
Helicopter Island. I still can't see you, Shiva. Oh no, I haven't.
yeah, I accepted.
Yeah.
Yeah, I accepted. Yeah, I accepted a teleport, and then I went to the helicopter now. So I almost lost everything tonight because I couldn't.
Dear, no.
Yeah, I couldn't come back.
Oh, what a shame. So what everybody's trying to do, Giovanni, is create the game that's here. Look, come and see this game here. This one. So this is like the one we looked at in the very first week, like Helena's game.
Yes,
it's got all
I
the same.
remember it.
Yeah, okay. And so this is a game that everybody can build based on Helena's. And it's got 5 boards at the bottom, look, saying strongly agree, agree, neutral, disagree, strongly disagree. It's got a main board with the main texture on. It's got 2 spheres, the yellow one and the pink one, and each has got a note card giver in, and then the yellow one's got instructions and the pink one's got useful phrases. And then there are sound files in the 10 cylinders at the top. So everybody's just trying to create it on their own, completely alone, just by looking at this one and copying it.
Oh, I see.
So
And
now,
Heike's done
sound
it.
goes in each one, right? So what
Each
sound
one.
files go in them? Which sound files?
Well, there are
All of them?
all the sound files that are in the resources set. Yeah.
Okay.
There should be one for each.
Okay. Like
yes, I took them. Yes, I took them.
Okay. So if you want to start trying to build it.
Yes.
Okay, Stella.
We'll
see you soon as we can. See you Thursday. It's a shame you have to go early.
My perfect holiday would be to
see you soon, though.
Gay couples should not be allowed to marry. Should be made legal.
Venus, I should make your texture on the board full bright.
Okay, I'll find a corner and try to start.
Okay.
Can you hear me?
Yeah. Okay, so we've got one completely finished. It looks like... No, Fab, I gave you a note card giver script. I gave it to you separately.
But
Note card giver script. Note card giver. Do a search for note card giver. It is in the week 2 script, and I sent it to you today as well. You can't hear me, Astra. Okay, Nick, we'll see you soon. Take care. Thanks for being here.
Where is Astra? Can she hear now?
Oh, she's just logged, I think.
Right.
I've got a feeling she's relogged. She was here in front of me, so I was just writing to her. Okay, so how are we getting on? Okay, so we've got quite a few now that are either finished or very, very close. Now then, if you have got one that's finished, or as soon as you've got one that's finished, you need to link everything up. So right-click on the all the little bits. Right-click on the 5 platforms at the front. Right-click on the 10, or if you've linked them already, the 1 linked cylinder at the top, the 2 spheres, and then the board to finish off with, and click on link so that they all become one item. So we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, I think. 5, 6, 6 almost finished. 7 is coming on really well.
Another holiday.
Either if you right click on the top of each of your platforms at the bottom and choose edit and select face and touch the top face, then you can take the colour off just the top face so that they'll all show the different colours, if you see what I mean. Unless you want more green.
No, I'll
more green, that's fine.
There. Okay. Let's see.
You're back. Can you hear now? Astra, do you hear? No, I don't think she's got her dot. I'll take my cylinders away. It's a little bit that might be saved. I think we really need to go and have the discussion.
Okay.
Now, if you have finished your game and you've linked it all together, go to edit and give it a name that you can recognise, like giving your opinions game, and take it into your inventory. If you haven't finished, it might be best to leave it here while we go and have the discussion.
I'm going to come back and finish later.
Come back and just finish off, yeah. Probably the best thing to do.
So I put the sounds in, then I'm going to have to put the collation, right?
You can give up, Fab, if you want to. You're doing brilliantly now, though. You've just about got it together. You've got the first batch of things made. If you want me to do it with you another night, want to give me to do it with you another night, Fab, I will, and I'll talk you through it step by step. Okay, don't worry, I'll go through it. It is an original, there's no doubt about it. The bits at the bottom are perfect. Save the 5 bits at the bottom. Just want to link those and take them in as part of your main one, because they're made, they're ready. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 7. Actually, you could keep. If you deleted the circles on your board, not the cylinders, just the 5 or 6 circles that you've put on top, take those off and then save everything, because you're almost there. You've done so much work towards it. Just take those circles off that you've put on the front, and then we'll save your board with the cylinders and the boards on the floor, because you're almost there. You're only lacking. That's it. Now save. Now link everything that's left. Link the cylinders to the board, to the boards on the floor, because they're almost there. Okay, so if you finished it, link it all, give it a name, and then take it. If you're coming back to work on it in a minute, I've given you another one, Pink Samurai, that's full perms. You should have another one. I don't know why I'm seeing a full perm script that I'm sharing. Touch sound.
Okay, darling, shush.
Touch sound properties. Absolutely. I'll tick even the last bit and give you another touch sound script. There you are. There's another touch sound. Okay. So wherever you're up to now, if you finished it, save it and take it. If you going to work on it later, then just leave it there and until you can come back and do it. And let's go to the outside the Irish pub. There's a load of seats.
Oh,
we'll go and sit down, and then we can have a talk with Winchell about
the Irish pub. Outside the Irish pub.
The Irish pub, yes. And then we can have a chat with Winchell about a game. I'll help though. I'll help people finish off. There's no worry at all. Keep what you've got, save what you've got, or leave it. Has everybody finished talking about that now? Because we've got only about 7 minutes left. We could go up to Helena's skybox if we finished talking, if we finished the brainstorm about those games. Okay, should we go up to Helena's then? Is everybody still here?
Yeah, quite happy.
Okay, let's move up. Alright, at the top end of the sandbox this time, the opposite end to where we are. It's the third on the right. Is the right-hand side one is going up to Helena's skybox. So let's go up there. I'm running over you, I'm sorry. Okay, it's over here, everybody. If you just right click on it and just click on it and then choose teleport on the map. No, this
Poor
one over
Randall,
here.
he's been here all day and nobody's talked to him.
He's away.
Okay, let's just wait for everyone to come first. Okay. Are we waiting for someone else? I think we've all come here. Yeah?
I think that's all that's coming.
Yes, that's all. Okay. Well, I'm going to be as brief as possible. You've seen the excuses game. I'm going to start with the ones next to the teleporter because they contain... Actually, the first one contains sound, note card giving, and floating text. So that's 3 different types of script, plus the texture, which is the background with the circles that you create on your desktop, and then you upload. Well, I think I've already told you in the first session, in the first week, I consider this kind of multi-featured, multi-function kind of item very useful. Not only because it gives students the instructions on note cards that they can read at any time, also because they can hear the sound by clicking the top tubes or rods, whatever you want to call them. And it's like, repetition and drilling, so they can focus on their phonological skills. This is what I encourage them to do, to come up here and listen to the useful expressions as many times as possible, so that they eventually
never meant to cause you any trouble,
imitate the intonation and the speed, because some of them do have problems linking sounds together and speeding their sentences. So, as I told you in the first session, they choose 3 different situations of the same color, and they've got to respond, acting out between them what they would do in what they would actually say. So they act out the dialogues, and then ideally you can get them to select one of those situations and machinima and make a machinima of it, which they can watch afterwards. If you want to click on the top rods, please feel free, but let's just get one of you to do it, because otherwise it's going to be very confusing. Kuvius, would you like to click on the rods at the top, on the tubes? The yellow one first?
Do you mind terribly if...
Thank you. And then the green one?
I hope you don't mind, but...
And you can repeat this activity many times. So you can listen to them and give them feedback.
I didn't realize it would be
You can also vary your correction techniques. They can be on the spot or with the help of...
cause you any trouble, but...
Yes, sorry. With the help of a machinima, you can always encourage them to do a lot of self-correction, which is less threatening, less discouraging. Now the one next to excuses is... I'm sorry, Vals, I keep bumping into you tonight. Is the television advantages, disadvantages activity or task or game. So they've got, because a lot of them take exams for which they have to develop discursive skills, but also in real life they do need to discuss, but also to write their opinions and sometimes to agree or disagree. So what the usual process with this, like I give them the question, they click, first of all they click on this transparent stand which is in front of the game to get the instructions. They read the topic for the composition, let's say, or the topic of discussion, and we go from speaking and we gradually move on to writing, which they do at home. But first, during the speaking task, they discuss between them board, the lower part of the board, which gives them an extra topic for discussion or for writing, which is on virtual reality, whether it should be an indispensable part of education and to what extent they agree with the statement. Okay, shall we move over to the next one? Oh, sorry. Was that Duncan? Sorry, Duncan, terribly sorry. For this one, they look at photographs from my life or from their lives, which we upload. And yes, feel free to flick through the pages, and by using speculation expressions, they talk around the photographs, comparing and contrasting them. For advanced levels, I do not really encourage description as such. For more intermediate students, we do that. They tell me simple expressions like I can see, there is, and they use their present progressive tense. But for more advanced proficiency learners, then comparison and contrast are more appropriate. So they talk about people's feelings and the situation and the people, what they are doing or what they have done or what they are going to do next. If that's okay, the next one, which looks like a chessboard, is based on a literature book for students that are preparing for the European Baccalaureate exams. But this is a revision game based on the two set books that they have to do for their English literature classes. They've got to read Hobbes' Choice and Brick Lane, and for revision, each of the boxes contains a note card.
Ask your neighbor to get down at once.
Oh, that's the next board. That's the next game, actually. How they move on, they usually move one box forward or diagonally, one box at a time, yes. They actually move the games pieces on which I have uploaded images of my avatar with different clothes, different characters, let's say, to represent the heroes. Oh, you can't move them? But I have made them movable. Oh, sorry. Okay, that can be fixed. Thank you, Heike. Some of them are movable, some others are not, from what I see. Okay, so if they give a correct answer, then they're allowed to play next after their partner has also given their own answers. And the objective is to reach the opposite side of the board by answering as many questions as possible. That's a very good revision activity. And it's best done with a timer, to be honest with you. I give them 1.5 minutes for each answer, and they brainstorm whatever knowledge they have acquired from the two books. Okay, again, the game, the decision-making strategies game, you have seen it before in the first session that we had here on EVO ViLLAGE. They have to make up their mind which of the 6 options is the best one in order to tackle the situation that's given on the board. So while relaxing in their garden, they see a neighbor climb up a ladder to trim his or her tree, but there seems to be some risk involved. The ladder is not supported securely. what is best to do. They come up with their own expressions to using modal verbs or second conditional. After clicking each numbered box, like for example, listen to the first choice that they have to make.
Able to get down at once.
Would that be a good idea to... Thank you, Vals. Would it be a good idea to ask the neighbor to get down, to help him, or to save him even? They discuss it. They say, if I did this, then the neighbor would possibly react in that particular way or the other. And so after clicking each box separately, they reach a decision as to which the best option would be, what kind of behavior would be best, and they act out a role play. One of them is the neighbor climbing up the ladder. Who can climb up the ladder? I think Heike did that the other day. She probably liked it. And the others role play their own character, reacting in a different way. That can be filmed into a machinima, which they watch afterwards, and they have a lot of fun, laughing. Yes, I think if you right-click, and choose it there, you manage to climb up eventually. Yes. That's a very good one for building attitude and behaviors. And the last one I have on this skybox is
Able to get down at once.
On another book. Actually, it's a short story written by Somerset Maugham. It's called, I hadn't forgotten the title, The Vessel of Wrath. And it's quite an enjoyable read, although they don't actually read the whole story. At least as a first step, they read some of the pages, and you can see the instructions of the tasks just above the map. First, they read the first 4 pages in order to get information about the location and put the rings and the little circles on the right spot on the map. And they also insert the name of the place in the floating text by right-clicking.
I'd never have thought this would have hurt you so
By
much.
right-clicking the item and taking out the floating text script. Also, they place the characters
Role plays. Choose 3 situations of the same
on the right location where each one of them lives. And, there are different tasks for them to carry out. The third one, if we still have time, they just click to rotate the box above the map. The third one is provide with some information. It's more detailed now about the characters, their appearance, personality, and occupation. And they continue to read the next 8 or so pages. So that's for better understanding of the story, because before actually reading the rest of the story, I asked them to stop at around about page 15, if I remember well, and they try to speculate what's going to happen in the final part and how the story ends. So they have a very nice discussion between them, sometimes argument, in order to find out how they would finish, if they were the writer, how they would finish the story. The smaller box on the right gives them a reminder of what they do at the Greek school, which is the definition of tragedy by Aristotle and the parts of a tragedy, and therefore a narrative. So it all sums up into this kind of graph, if I may show you the 5 steps of a narrative. It's a little organizer. So they've got the exposition by reading the first few pages, and they've got the rising action and some part of the conflict and complications. All they have to come up with is a climax until a climax, the falling action, and the ending, the resolution of the story. After they discuss that and they come to an agreement, that can be done if you have like a group of 5 people or 6 people. That can be done in pairs or in threes. They also decide on their favorite scene in order to film it, the clothes their avatars will be wearing, the location, the settings, who the director is going to be. Okay, Dejot, thanks a lot for coming. They decide who the cameraman is going to be, and they eventually have screening sessions, a festival as we call it. Well, I know that this must have been a bit quickly done, and you may have some questions to ask, but I'm hoping that by left-clicking the little tubes provided next to the games, or the stands in front of the first games near the teleporter. Okay, Quivinus, thank you. Have a good night. You can always come back anytime. You will be able to get the instructions. Yes, Hazel, you were saying?
I wasn't saying anything. I was just saying night-night to
Oh, okay. Can you get hold of the note card by clicking the barrels? You left-click the barrels and you should be able to get hold of the instructions. The scripts I have used here were touch play sound for the first ones, and the decision-making task. Also a multiple item giver for those objects that contain more than a note card. And for one of the dice, I think I've also included a loop sound touch on and off script. Oh yes, and the rotation script just above, which can all be found, or I can give you. It can be found on the marketplace, but let me see if at least I can give you the rotation script. Yes, here it is. It saves space if I have all the instructions accumulated around the box. Otherwise I would need a bigger sim for that, which I don't seem to have at the moment. Okay, that was full perms, so you could use the rotation script for your own activities. That's all from me.
Thank you very much, Helena. Wonderful.
Thanks so much for coming, even though it's a bit late for some of you, I know. Thank you.
Thank you. Good work.
It's even later in Greece. What time is it in Greece?
Pleasure.
1 o'clock?
1:45, yes, nearly
1:45.
1 o'clock, but it doesn't feel like that. Thank you, Fabrizio.
Okay.
You can always come back and play, or you can bring your students and try the activities. Thank you, fair lady. You've hacked a bit of everything, Fabrizio. Okay. With a smile on your face, you can, yeah. Thank you, Vals. Thanks for coming and giving me the opportunity to show you around. Bye. Yes, I actually do, fair lady. Yes, I do. My adult students. Otherwise, the ones that are not given the opportunity, bye Anne, see you. They watch Machinima, and we either watch it on my laptop or on the desktop computer. My PC computer, I mean. And they do enjoy themselves a lot. Hi, thank you. Bye, Jens, thank you. Night, Nuno. Can you still hear, fair lady? I don't know. Perhaps you would like, if you wanted to ask, you could type in the chat.
Pink Sam, your eyes come down. Here's yours. Your board needs to be a tiny bit wider to accommodate your cylinders, and you just need to make the top surface of your platforms take the green off the top surface so that they show through. And you're over here. Where are you? You've gone over there.
I'm standing. What is this mine?
That's mine.
No, that's yours.
Yours is here. It's almost done. Over, turn round, 90 degrees again. This way. You got me. Yeah, walk forward.
Is that it?
Walk forward. Walk forward. Walk forward. Walk forward.
More. Oh,
this way. This is yours here. It's almost finished now.
Okay.
So your board could be a tiny... So this way. You've gone straight on. This way. Come back.
Okay.
Make your board a tiny bit wider so that all your cylinders fit in it.
Okay, hang on. Okay. Let's see here.
Tiny bit wider.